Hello, this is Daksha Studios. Warning! This video contains my opinions. You have been warned. So, I wrote, we don't talk about Bruno. So, let's talk about Bruno. So, as you might have guessed, the movie I'll be reviewing today is Encanto. Encanto was released in theaters, which is one of my favorite words to say. I don't like saying theaters, I like saying theaters, because it's one of my favorite words to say for some reason. So Encanto was released in theaters in 2021 and on Disney Plus a few months later. A month later, I guess. And I saw it on Disney Plus, and I really like it. It's one of my favorite movies. So let's get into it. So I didn't think Encanto would be as good as Luca, because I really like Luca, and I thought, what are the chances Disney can make 2 movies in 1 year that I really, really like? Well, they did. So, Encanto is really good. It has such good characters, amazing songs, and really good story too. Yeah, so let's get into it. It's a really good movie, and it's really good. So, the plot is that there's this girl named Mirabelle who lives in a magical house with a family that everyone has a magical power except Mirabelle. And she tries really hard to make her family proud, but her abuela doesn't really appreciate her, I guess. Neither does her sister Isabella. And, so the house is cracking, and she doesn't know why, and she has to solve the mystery. The magic is fading. Her sister Luisa is losing her gift to be strong enough. Because she's really strong. So she's a really strong person. So she's losing her strength. And, yeah, so Mirabelle has to find out why. She talks to her family. She even finds her lost uncle Bruno. Or Tia, I think it's called. I might be butchering that Spanish word, but I think it's Tia. Tia Bruno. Or Tio? I don't know. Anyways, sorry if I butchered that word. And he helps her. So anyways, that's the story. And they have to find a way to save the house and save the magic and save the miracle. It's a really good story. I highly recommend this movie. Anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself by highly recommending this movie. Sorry, that's for the end. And then the characters are really good. Like, these are some of the best written characters ever, I think. Well, yeah, they're really good. My favorites would be Mirabelle, Bruno, and Camillo. And Bruno is my #1 favorite. And I remember when I first watched this, I laughed every time they said, "We don't talk about Bruno." Because before the song, "We don't talk about Bruno," they kept saying, "We don't talk about Bruno" a few times. Like twice, maybe, before the song. And I laughed both times. Well, yeah, they say it at the beginning, and then they also, in the first song of the movie, and then they say it again when Mirabelle brings up Bruno to her Tia Peppa. And then "We don't talk about Bruno" played, and then I thought Bruno would be a bad guy because of the song and how they describe him. But it turns out he's not a bad guy, he's a good guy. And Bruno is my favorite character. Yeah, he's a good character. I sort of see myself in him, and because he has anxiety and I have anxiety, so yeah. And he's my favorite. And then as well, the songs are really good. "We don't talk about Bruno" would have to be my favorite. I also quite like "Surface Pressure," and I think it's called "Waiting on a Miracle," and I think it's called "Something About the Family," Madrigal. It's the first song in the movie. And yeah, they're good songs. And they're really good characters. Like, these are really good characters. And the story's really great. And anyways, so yeah, this is a really good movie. It's really good. Like, this is one of the best, this is probably, in my opinion, the best movie Walt Disney Animation Studios has done in a long time. And as well, one of their best. And yeah, so this is a really good movie. And I give it a 10 out of 10. I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching.